mean, he's like a poker player. He doesn't give away a lot, Marco Silva, but it was a very subtle dig, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Celebrating like it was a World Cup final.
But I mean, it did. I was there that night, and it was crazy because it came from nowhere. And fair play to Everton on that night. They had chances to win the game. They should have been a couple of goals up, but you're talking injury time, the fluke of Jordan Pickford making that mistake, and the tapping in front of the Kop. You've got to let that emotion out, and fans want to see it. Look, it's a bit excessive, but that's Jurgen Klopp. You know what you're going to get with him, and he apologised and he was sorry, but it meant so much. But I don't think it was about just the derby. I think it was just we need to win this game to keep our Premier League aspirations going. That was.
It cost him 45 grand, that celebration. He said it's the most expensive football ticket ever.
Peanuts to him, I've heard.
But do you think, in all seriousness, might he just have fired Everton up a little bit?
Yeah.
Or do you not need firing up for a Merseyside derby anyway?
Well, you shouldn't, but that helps. That certainly helps. Listen, there's certainly, if the players are a little bit unsure about Marco Silva at Everton, I'm sure that the work on the training field puts that to bed. I think he knows what he's actually doing. He's got a lot to do. Jury's still out for me. Certainly with the Everton fans, the jury's out. Now, that's all forgotten. Win this derby, stop Liverpool from winning the Premier League, and all is forgotten. No matter what he's done previously, set your team up right to get a result this weekend, all is forgotten.
But they have does it mean absolutely nothing? You've played in these games. I don't think Liverpool have lost there since 2010.
Yeah.
So they're going to go there full of confidence.
Absolutely.
And after the win over Watford in midweek, have they got their swagger back? Was it not just the win for you, Phil? Was it the manner of it as
absolutely,
well?
And it was almost like a performance we hadn't seen so much this season. It was more like Liverpool of last season. The fullbacks were marauding. Mane played more of a central role, and he was unplayable at times. Salah drifting in and out of the games, but still being a threat. All over the place, just winning battles. Fabinho was tenacious in there. He's been fantastic as a defensive midfielder. Strength, pace, power, vision. It was the manner, you're right. They needed to score goals again. Brought the goal difference down to six goals now, which could be crucial. But yeah, they will go into the game at the weekend full of beans, knowing that they can probably turn over an indifferent Everton side. Yeah, they won midweek, but they've been pretty poor in between that.
Can the away team set the tempo in a Merseyside derby? Can Liverpool...
Well, they shouldn't really, but this Liverpool side can because of the way they play. They play at 100 miles an hour, and that is how Jurgen Klopp sets them up. They won't be going there two banks of four. They'll be going there playing their natural game because they will think, man for man, we've got better players. We've got the strategy, we've got the belief. Go there and try and turn them over.
They've suffered in recent weeks with a little bit of injuries, haven't they, Liverpool? Got, Henderson come back, left out the midweek. Trent Alexander-Arnold, 3 assists in the Premier League, outstanding. He sets the tempo. Robertson on the other side. Them two, as I say, marauding down the outsides. The front wide players can come off the line. It causes defence all sorts of problem with their rotation. That is key to them. Getting the fit players fit now at the running of the season. It's all in their hands, Liverpool. It's all in their hands, and I think...
You say it's all in their hands. How much is it in their heads?
It's massively in their heads. We talk about it all the time, but it has to be. But until they actually win a trophy, it's the only way to dispel it. They have to get the job done. The pressure from the outside, 29 years since they won a title, you've been up there, Phil, it's massive. It's massive for these fans, it's massive for this football club. And without 100%, they wouldn't be human if they wasn't feeling the heat. But they could be mediocre, they could be mid-table, they could have nothing to play for. Embrace it, enjoy it. It's what you're in football for, to win trophies or to be in the hunt to win trophies. And they are in the massive hunt here.
I mean, they may well be, we don't know. Depends what happens at Bournemouth versus Manchester City. They may go in second on the day.
True.
But for you, without even knowing what that result will be, is it still a must-win game for Liverpool from here on in? Is everyone a must-win game?
Absolutely, as Tim said, you win every game, you win the Premier League. And that's the message. Yeah, you talk about it being in the heads, and Klopp will try his hardest to play it down and diffuse it with his charm and his charisma. But Tim's right. you will be thinking, the player every single day after training, they'll be getting media attention. Everyone's talking about the title. Everyone's talking about the running. How are you feeling? The confidence issues. They've only lost one game this season, you know, and that's the thing. That puts them in good stead for the last 10. If you look at it as a block, this is it, boys. This is the title running now. This is where you earn your money. This is where you can become immortal in Liverpool history by winning the title after such a long period of time. But they'll know that, and I think it will buoy them because they haven't done it before. People go, well, they're not winners. They haven't done it before, like Manchester City have done it. That will get them over the line. Well, sometimes you bring a band of brothers together, you find that strength. You know, you find different elements of people's character in these situations, and they inspire. And look, you've got Virgil van Dijk who's inspiring the players week in, week out. So I think the strength of character in that team is there. They've got the quality, you know.
But how damaging could this weekend be if they was to lose to Everton?
Psychologically, massive. It is, as you say, ultimately the question was, is it a must-win? Yes, it is.
Which way do you think it will go?
I think Liverpool. Based on their firepower and what they've done over the course of this season, I think Liverpool will get the job done. I don't think they win the league. I think Man City win the league, but I think they win tomorrow.